Good morning, traders. It's Peter Thompson, Senior Mentor of 1 Billion Signal, sponsored by Merit Forex. It's the middle of the week, guys. I hope you're having a very profitable week because this one is very interesting, and definitely we are starting on Tuesday. Yesterday, we got core CPI and CPI reports, inflation reports, which is pretty interesting because the inflation is getting higher. What's happening is absolutely controversial of what the Federal Reserve was expected. That the inflation is temporary because 2 months ago the March inflation was compared to March last year, and it's pretty normal to see high inflation, so the inflation is gonna get down, but it turns out it's getting actually up. And this is actually what's gonna make the Federal Reserve waiting more until start so-called tapering, until they decrease the government bond purchases. So, and of course, respectively speaking, until they cut the money supply, stop printing money, at least not so much. So this is definitely going to cause some troubles and to the Fed, and definitely we can expect the US dollar is getting weaker and weaker within the next couple of weeks. So USD is getting stronger, by the way, ignoring completely the inflation report and completely everything. But I think this is temporary, and I think we're gonna see the major skyrocketing very soon. On the other side, we have Canadian dollar interest rate on Wednesday, a very important event. It's today a CPI in about 1 hour for the Great British Pound inflation report. PPI we have 12:30 GMT. Interest rate report for Canada is 2 p.m. Crude oil inventories 2:30 p.m. Crude oil is very interesting. We're gonna take a look in about a minute. And Federal Reserve Chairman is gonna testify on Wednesday and Thursday. Very important because we are going to see what he has to say now after the inflation report, and this is going to be very interesting for the American indices and also the US dollar. Thursday, we have Clement count change for the Great British Pound, 6 a.m. GMT, initial jobless claims, 12:30 GMT. Federal Reserve again, Chairman Powell is going to testify 1:30 p.m. GMT, and Consumer Price Index quarterly basis inflation report in New Zealand. But it's going to be very late in the evening. Friday we have CPI yearly basis Eurozone 9 a.m. GMT, core retails and retail sales in US 12:30. So this is it from the calendar, guys. Let's take a look. What do we have? So your US dollar in front of us made a significant drop, 100 pips drop from the top to the bottom in order to test the support, the minor support 1.1783. I'm not gonna even put any like support level here, but it definitely has no logic to see the US dollar pushing up, especially after the news yesterday. Inflation is getting higher, so this is going to make the Federal Reserve delaying the tapering, and simply this is supposed to push the US dollar down, which I expect to happen. GBP USD, sorry, exactly the same, but still holding, by the way, the support levels. Very interesting. GBP is completely the strongest currency amongst all of them, and very sorry guys for the European finals. It was a great match actually, but anyway, from the other side, you have one of the most the strongest actually currencies, so it's not a big deal. Australian USD exactly the same as before. We got test of the resistance 0.7563, push to the downside, continuation slightly, trying to push more, and another test of the support almost, and eventual continuation to the upside. So the Australian dollar is getting weaker actually if you take a look. So that's why be careful by taking buying trades on the Australian dollar because it could be a little bit dangerous. The same with the New Zealand USD, very clear support level, guys. This was very good entry, 80 pips from the start. We got interest rate decision almost midnight here, about the New Zealand dollar interest rate decision. They kept the same interest rate like before, which is pretty normal. Nobody is touching right now the interest rate. So just everybody's waiting to see how the US is going to react, and then most probably the central banks around the world are going to start uh, increasing the interest rates. USD CAD, I'm going to crude right now first because it is much more interesting. Crude is still trying to save its position, like $75 per barrel. Made a very good drop after that correction to the upside, and I've been expecting another drop like this, like $7-8. I've been waiting for that for quite some time. When even this, it's a good correction to the downside, but even this I wouldn't consider as very good correction, very big, because $15-16 without correction. I've been expecting to see like 7-8 at least dollars drop. The drop was like barely $5 per barrel. So crude is under pressure, and this definitely could help to see it. So we are waiting to see what's gonna happen with the crude, but for now I'm just hunting for this correction. USD Canadian, still waiting on the top, exactly like the other currency pairs, like the other major currency pairs. We have a downtrend, nothing much here to analyze. 1.25 is the price, a round number. I'm not gonna put resistance level, but we have round number 1.25, which is acting like a strong resistance level. So from here I've been expecting to see the USD Canadian getting down. USD Swiss, very similar like USD Canadian, is pretty normal, testing the resistance 0.92, very good reversal level and continuation to the downside. USD Japan, exactly the same, just it's a little bit different than the rest of the US dollar currency pairs, because as you can see, we talked about it in the previous video, that USD Japanese is actually behaving completely different than the rest of the major currency pairs. US dollar is supposed to go down against the Japanese, but as you can see, it's even started creating an uptrend, which I wouldn't buy that for, definitely, because by knowing fundamentally what's going on with the US dollar, I definitely wouldn't buy USD Japanese. I would prefer to focus on the rest of the currency pairs and find something better. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoy these videos. Of course, share us and like us on the social medias. This is how you support our channel, of course, and bring in your friends to watch a little bit free content, and I hope useful. Of course, smash the like button if you like it, of course, and if you want to reach me, you know how to do it. Have fun, enjoy, and have a very profitable week. Bye bye for now.